Hello and welcome to Everett Memorial Stadium for this edition of Everett Merchants Baseball. I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants, and we have a good one here tonight, folks. Your Merchants hosting the Seattle Cheney Studs, the current leaders of the Pacific International League. But only half a game back are your Everett Merchants. Everett on a 6-game win streak entering tonight's contest. We'll talk a little bit about the games over the weekend, as they were a couple of pretty exciting contests. And the Studs coming off a loss to the Redmond Dudes, so the top of the league really compressing. The top three teams, Seattle, Everett, and the Redmond Dudes, separated by only a game and a half. Jared Maxfield starts. Jared Maxfield starting on the mound for your Merchants, the ace for your Everett Merchants. 27 innings pitched through 5 starts, 5 earned runs on 4 walks, 27 strikeouts, 1.66 ERA. He has dazzled, and he will face the following Seattle Cheney Studs lineup. Landon Riker leads off in center field, Kyle Strash the DH, and Chase Anderson the shortstop. Thomas Wheeler in right field, Evan Scavato in left, and Michael Sakalas at first base hitting 6th. Hitting 7th is Kyle Bowe, the third baseman. Brady Hinkle's the catcher, and Kellen Carr is the second baseman. Dueling Jared Maxfield tonight will be Anthony Brady. He's starting on the mound for the Seattle Studs. Jared Maxfield climbs up to the mound as Landon Riker steps in, and we're about to get underway here in rivalry night in Everett Memorial Stadium. Pretty stiff breeze out towards right center field. The ball should fly well tonight, and both these teams have plenty of power. Maxfield will get things underway with the first pitch called strike. I'd like to thank you all for watching tonight's broadcast. As always, you can follow us here on YouTube and watch all of our home games and select road and tournament contests. The 0-1 pitch is just a little bit outside, 1-1 to Landon Riker. Riker, .419 bat on the season in 30 games. He has been tearing it up. A breaking ball missing, 2-1. Maxfield not walking a lot of guys this season. Only 4 to 27 strikeouts. So his calling card has been to not get runners on base via the free pass. This is going to be a ground ball to Nealon. He's got it. Throw across in plenty of time for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Kyle Strash, the DH. This gives us time to go around the horn for your Everett Merchants. Aiden Van Rinsum at third base. Max Nealon settling into a more permanent spot at shortstop. Same thing with Cole Kramer at second base and Brody Ponte at first base. The starting battery is Jared Maxfield and Austin Oland behind the dish. Kyle Strash will take a first pitch called strike at the top of the zone. Strash on the season, .322 batting average, 17 RBIs and 19 runs. Limited extra base hits, but has been productive for the Studs. A called strike, quickly 0-2. Maxfield jumps ahead. Outfield from left to right is your everyday lineup for your Merchants. Jordan Justice in left field, Ethan Doshi in center field, and Jackson Swim in right. The 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Jared Maxfield gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. It'll bring up Chase Anderson with 2 away.
Shortstop, number 31, Chase Anderson.
Chase Anderson hitting .301 on the season. 24 games on the year. 4 home runs, so some power in the shortstop for the Seattle Studs. First pitch, a breaking ball in the zone. Maxfield looking sharp early. Infield straight away. Maxfield delivers. This pitch, a little high perhaps, evens the count at 1-1. Great crowd here tonight, as always, for rivalry night. The Studs fans travel well, and the Merchants fans like to see this matchup as well. This pitch swung on and missed. Maxfield in command early. Merchants will send up Doshi, Kramer, and Justice in the bottom half of this inning, and that's a low ball. It'll even the count at 2-2. Riley Quinton getting the evening off tonight. See through a complete game shutout in Sunday's contest. Such lazy fly ball to right field. Jackson swim under it and makes the play. 1, 2, 3, go the Studs. We head to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Welcome back. Ethan Doshi will face the Seattle Cheney Studs starter Anthony Brady to start things off in the bottom of the first inning. Brady on the season, relief pitcher primarily, closing a lot of games for the Seattle Studs. 3 saves to his name, 7 appearances, no starts, 13 innings pitched. He's only allowed 7 hits and 3 walks on 19 strikeouts. Only 1 extra base hit and no runs allowed so far for the opener, Anthony Brady. We'll see if the Merchants can get to him here. First pitch, Doshi's inside for called ball 1. Doshi, 260 on the year, batting average, but 6 stolen bases, good speed on the base paths. He's found his way aboard on 9 walks. This pitch is, ooh, it gets him on the elbow. That fastball missing inside. And a leadoff base runner will bring up Cole Kramer. .313 batting average for the Arlington High School graduate. Yet to play any college ball outside of the Summer League. And the Merchants coaching staff could not be happier with Cole Kramer's production this season. See what Cole can do with a man on base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bunt shown. He'll pull back. That ball missing inside. Ball gets away. A passed ball will advance Ethan Doshi. They say he's off the bag, and he's going to be out advancing. Harold Pyatt doesn't agree, but it's a pretty feeble argument from Harold Pyatt. 2-6 is the out. It was a ball inside. 1-0 the count now to Kramer with the bases empty after the out advancing. Here's the pitch. It's called strike. Justice on deck. He'll be followed by Jackson Swim. And Doshi just falling off the other side of that bag. 1-1. Swing and a miss. A wave on a breaking ball. Nice pitch from Brady. Anthony Brady delivers this pitch. It's a ball. Kramer, I think he thought that might have been strike 3, but instead it'll leave the count at 2-2. Looks a lot like the strike called earlier in the at-bat, but the zone's probably still getting figured out right now. Swing and a miss on a high heater for strike 3. 2 down for Jordan Justice here in the bottom of the first inning. Justice hitting .330 on the season, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 6 home runs, 18 RBIs, and 19 runs scored. He leads the team in walks and homers. He has also struck out 25 times, but with 13 stolen bases, he's one of the leading offensive producers for this Merchants side. Breaking ball missing away for ball 1. The other offensive leader, Jackson Swim, will be behind him should he get on. The 1-0 is a ground ball past the pitcher. It's a little seeing eye single. 2-out base hit for Jordan Justice will bring up Jackson Swim. That ball, not a lot of pace on it, but just able to sneak through the middle of the infield for a solid base hit. Jackson Swim. We're running out of words to describe this right fielder for your Everett Merchants. Whitworth College product, D3 outfielder, but he's not playing like one in the PIL. .402 batting average in 23 games played. Leads the team in hits and doubles with 13. This ball is a called strike. 13 doubles, a triple, and 5 home runs. Team leading 27 RBIs and 20 runs scored. He also leads the team in hit by pitches with 8. The 0-1 is a called strike. Borderline pitch goes the way of the studs, and it's 0-2 on Jackson Swim. Ponte on deck. Runner goes. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. A rare strikeout for Jackson Swim, and it will end the inning. Merchant strand a runner. We head to the top of the second. Welcome back. And hold on just a minute. We're having a discussion between the home plate umpires initiated by Harold Pyatt. We'll see what we've got here. And we're going to step aside for just a minute. We'll come back when we have more information for you. We're watching Everett Merchants Baseball. Welcome back. A bit of a defensive change for your Merchants as Ethan Doshi leaves the ball game. Jordan Justice will slide from left field to center field. Brody Ponte from first base to left field, and Shane Melrose into first base. We'll get those lineups changed in the scorebook. Only one substitution. It was the new player is Shane Melrose at first base.
Okay.
Some defensive changes we'll get to as this is a check swing ball.
Shall I keep playing just a second? Should I play again? Think of center field? Okay.
Ponte into left field and a called strike. So 1-1 the count. A full rundown of your new changes. Shane Melrose, your new first baseman. He enters the game for Ethan Doshi. A swing and a miss, 1-2. Shane Melrose at first base. Jordan Justice moving from left field to center field. And Brody Ponte moving from first base to left field. Only one new player in the game and a couple of people moving around on the defensive side. The 1-2 pitch is a ground ball to Kramer. Melrose will be tested right away. The throw over in time for the out. 4-3 the put out. And there's one away. Scatavato up to bat. Left fielder for the Seattle Suds, hitting .308 on the season. Maxfield looks to face Scatavato. One pitch, ground ball to Nealon. Sneaks it up and a nice smooth toss over to the new first baseman Shane Melrose. Michael Sakalis, the first baseman, up for. Sakalis up to bat, .217 batting average on the season, but the Studs like to have unlikely heroes against the Everett Merchants. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike number 1. Ball missing, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. On deck is Kyle Bowe, should he be needed. Maxfield cruising so far, only allowing no base hits and striking out a man. Here's the pitch. It's a soft, ball grounded straight down over the head of the catcher. It could have been a cheeky out, but misplayed by Oland. Maxfield looking to face the minimum for the second straight inning. On a 1-2 pitch, here it comes. And it is well hit ball into right field. Swim looking up, and that ball is gone. Solo home run to right field. Michael Sakalis breaks the deadlock in the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Seattle Studs. One nothing Studs. It'll bring up Kyle Bowe, the third baseman for the Cheney Studs. .286 batting average on the season. Also got aboard on 11 walks. Well hit ball to right field. Has broken the deadlock. A ball missing upstairs. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, evens the count at 1-1. Jared Maxfield was in control, but missing one pitch, and it was punished by Sakalis. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Maxfield having a good night. Look in for Maxfield. He delivers. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, but the Studs get on the board with a solo home run by Michael Sokolis to right field. 1-0 Studs. We head to the bottom of the second. Welcome back to Everett. Brody Ponte will lead off as the Merchants trail 1-0 on the solo home run. Brody Ponte moving to left field after an apparent injury to Ethan Doshi. We don't have any more information for you yet, but we'll relay it if we do. Anthony Brady back on the hill for the Seattle Studs. It's called strike at the knees. First pitch that Doshi sees. Or excuse me, that Brody Ponte sees. Ponte, 238 hitter on the season. The everyday first baseman for the Merchants, getting some time out in the outfield today. And a foul ball makes the count 0-2. Tight division race this season for the Pacific International League. Seattle Cheney Studs on top by a half a game at 10-4. Merchants at 9-4. A win tonight would put the Merchants in the lead, and just behind both those teams is the Redmond Dudes. This ground ball just skips by the glove. That's a base hit down the left field line. Ponte heading for second. They're going to hold him there. A two-strike double leaves off the inning for Brody Ponte. It'll bring up Max Nealon, who has spent some time at the top of the lineup this year and has a good bat. Max Nealon hitting .311 on the season. Not a lot of power, but gets aboard with a bunch of walks, 10 of them on the season, and 7 hit by pitches. He scored 16 runs, only 4 RBIs, but that's more of a product of where he's been hitting in the lineup, hitting in that second spot most of the season. Not a lot of opportunities to pick up RBIs. That ball fouled away. 0-1. As mentioned, Seattle Cheney Studs leading the PIL at 10-4. A half a game back are your Everett Merchants at 9-4. And just a game behind Everett, so a game and a half behind the Seattle Studs, are the Redmond Dudes at 10-7. So a very tight battle at the top of the PIL. This ball missing 1-1. Aiden Van Rinsum on deck. Power hitting high school grad from around this area. Pitch missing in the dirt. Ponte thought about taking off, but the count goes to 2-1. He'll stay put at second. Van Rinsum on deck. Austin Olin's the catcher in the hole, and should he be needed, Jackson Ramstead, the DH, is the 9-hole hitter. Ground out for Max Nealon. Apologies for the audio difficulties there for a second. 6-3 the put out. Chase Anderson unable to check the runner, so Ponte at third base for Van Rinsum with one away in the bottom of the second inning. Merchants trail 1-0. Van Rinsum, 286 bat on the season. He's really heated up despite starting on a bit of a skid. He had some early bad luck, and his batting average likely would have been over 300 by now had those balls fallen. 0-1, tying run at third base. Here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball to center, plenty deep. Under it is Landon Riker. He makes the play. Ponce heading home. They're not going to cut the throw off, and a bad bounce off the mound is going to plate the run. We are tied at 1 here in Everett. RBI for Aiden Van Rinsum. His 4th of the season ties the game at 1.
Stepping to the plate now is the catcher, Austin Nolan, number 35.
New ball game in the bottom of the second inning with 2 away. Austin Oland steps up with the bases clean. Oland struggling at the plate, but has had power at times. Here's the pitch. It's low. Lefty Jackson Ramsted on deck should he be needed. Some light work going on in the Merchants pen right now. Don't expect Jared Maxfield to be pulled anytime soon unless he really gets tagged. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball off the leg of Oland, evening the count at 1-1. Anthony Brady allowing a run on his run. This run was his first run allowed on the season. So the Merchants breaking that offer that Anthony Brady had for the first month and a half of the year. Ball missing, 2-1. Merchants will be back in action tomorrow night here in Everett against the Redmond Dudes. Another game with big league final placing implications. That's a called strike, evening the count at 2-2. First pitch of that ball game will be at 7:05, live here on YouTube. 2-2, 2 away in the bottom of the second inning, 1-1 tie. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away. Owens, pretty decent battle as he'll see a 6th pitch in this at bat. Work has stopped in the Merchants pen. I believe that was Aiden Hammersmark warming up, but likely just stretching his legs. The 2-2 down low. It'll fill the count on Oland. Oland does have 7 walks on the season. Pretty good numbers there for a guy that splits time with the other catchers on this Merchant roster. Brady, the payoff pitch. It's a soft ground ball to third. The long throw across the diamond in time for the out. And that will retire the side. The Merchants pick up a run on a sacrifice fly to center. We are tied as we head to the top of the third. Welcome back. Jared Maxfield back on the mound. He'll face the catcher Brady Hinkle, second baseman Kellen Carr, and then back to the top of the lineup in Landon Riker. First pitch, well hit ball past the diving Aiden Van Rinsum. That's going to get into the bullpen. It's at least 2 bases, and it's going to be a ground rule double as Jordan Justice, or rather, the new left fielder, Brody Ponte, says it gets hung up in the fence. Umpires agree, and it's a ground rule double into left field to start the inning. Kellen Carr climbs up, 263 hitter, the 9-hole hitter for the Seattle Studs. Corners in, playing for a potential bunt. Charging is Melrose, but no bunt shown. It's a called strike. Landon Riker on deck. He's 0 for 1. Maxfield looking to settle things down here. He's pitched around a little more danger than he's used to in this opening couple innings. Upstairs, they're leaving the count at 1-1. Corners in, 1-1. Nobody out this pitch. Called strike. Borderline pitch goes Maxfield's way. And the count is 1-2. Both squads with a hit or rather a run and 2 hits. No errors yet in the game. Both teams in their black caps, black tops. Merchants in white pants and the Studs in gray. The 1-2 on the way. And it's a soft fly ball. Justice has it, tagging on the play, but no attempt at a run is Brandon Hinkle. It'll be a simple fly out to center. It'll bring the top of the lineup back to the plate in Landon Riker. He's 0 for 1. Riker grounded out 2 short in the first inning. Strash on deck should he be needed. 1 away. Runner on second base for Maxfield, looking to navigate around some danger. Check swing called. Strike number 1. As previously mentioned, Merchants will be back in action tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch. No game Wednesday or Thursday before they're back in action Friday night against the Redmond Dudes once again, 7:05 first pitch. The 0-1 is a ground ball. Van Rinsum misplays it, but a tricky play. Nealon nearly making the play over, and that's going to be an error on Van Rinsum, putting runners on the corners. Nearly a pretty nifty play there by Max Nealon, who has proven to be an excellent defensive third base or shortstop third baseman, kind of a hybrid player over on the left side. But runners on the corners now with 1 away and a ground ball within the inning. Maxfield in some trouble here. Van Rinsum playing in for Kyle Strash, 0 for 1 with the strikeout. First pitch outside, 1-0. Maxfield gets set and delivers. The 1-0 is check swing. Called for a ball. 2-0 the count. Runners on the corners. Maxfield in some trouble. Outside 3-0. And Maxfield's got to find a strike or it'll even the count. Some soft arguments from Harold Pyatt, nothing too egregious. Light work by Amir Seplobda in the Merchants pen, but he'll be an inning or 2 out at least. Here's the 3-0 outside. 4-pitch walk will load the bases for the Seattle Studs and bring up Chase Anderson. He flew out to right in his first at-bat. Corners playing in for a potential play at the plate, but the middle infielders still playing out for a double play. Bit of a combo defense for your Merchants. Anderson hitting .301 on the season. First pitch is a called strike. Maxfield getting back into things here. 24 RBIs on the year for Kyle Strash, or rather for Chase Anderson, second on the team behind Riker, who has 44. Top of the third, bases loaded for the Studs. This pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. Maxfield a pitch away from a huge strikeout. Both pins quiet. Maxfield lines and delivers. The 0-2 called strike 3. A massive out number 2 for Jared Maxfield. The bases remain loaded, but with 2 away, Merchants can play in their standard defense. Any out ends the inning. Thomas Wheeler, right fielder for the Seattle Studs, who rounded out in his first at-bat of the game. Scavoto on deck should he be needed. Lefty bat. Maxfield's first pitch. Just missing. Man, oh man, that's a borderline pitch. That's a close call. Shadows descending over the infield. Maxfield just barely still in the sun. Could be trouble for the bats on both sides. That pitch called strike on the inside corner. Evening the count at 1-1. A stud at every base. 1-1 with 2 away. Maxfield delivers. Great stop by Oland on the ball in the dirt. Saves a run. 2-1 the count now. Maxfield looking to limit the damage and keep things as they stand, a tie ball game. Maxfield. The 2-1 on the way. Just missing. 3-1. And Maxfield's got to find a strike, or this game will go to the Studs will take an early lead. Here's the 3-1. Downstairs, ball 4. Nobody likes that call on the Merchant side. It's going to walk in a run. 2-1 your score now as the Suds take a lead, and that pitch sure looks like it was at the knees. Fierce arguments from Harold Pyatt and Josh Berry. Berry's got to be careful he doesn't get tossed for the second time this year. Evan Scavato, climbs in with the bases still loaded. 2-1, the Studs lead on a controversial walk call. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Same spot, says Barry, and I can't disagree with him. He descends into the dugout. I don't think he was ejected. It's possible. No, he's back out. The 0-1 on the way. A little bit inside, leaving the count at 1-1. Sokolis on deck. Should he be needed. Breeze out towards right field. Maxfield looking to limit the damage. One across already for the Studs. It's 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Great pitch by Jared Maxfield. He's 1 strike away from ending the inning. .47 pitches for Jared Maxfield. His pitch count bloating in this inning. The 1-2 on the way, and it is swung through and missed for strike 3. The Studs do pick up a run on a bases-loaded walk. 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning, 2-1 Seattle Studs as 9-hole man Jackson Ramstead climbs in. Ramstead will be followed by Shane Melrose. This pitch is a swing and a miss. Anthony Brady still out there for Seattle. I believe this is his longest outing of the season. Doshi replaced as another swing and a miss. We have information on the Ethan Doshi replacement. Doshi is day-to-day with hamstring tightness, exiting the game after a bit of an injury on the base paths in the first inning. The 0-2 is inside and upstairs, 1-2 now the count, so wishing all the best for Ethan Doshi. Merchants will miss his defense and his bat in this contest. 1-2, Jackson Ramstead over the head of the shortstop. That's going to be a base hit for Jackson Ramstead. A leadoff single into left field will bring up Shane Melrose.
Now batting back to the top of the order, number 32.
Melrose is a lefty bat for the Merchants. One at bat on the season. He didn't get a hit. So 0 for 1 on the year. We'll see if he can get a base knock here. Tall, lanky pitcher. Bunt shown, and he'll chop at it. It's a strike call on the swing. Dream situation really for Harold Pyatt with Melrose batting. You like to have a runner on so you can bunt him. Kramer on deck. This pitch swung on a miss. A lazy wave at a breaking ball down low, and it's 0-2. Mike McCulloch coaching first base, Harold Pyatt coaching third, and Josh Berry, the pitching coach for your Merchants. A swing and a miss. Pretty uncompetitive at bat, if I do say so, for Shane Melrose. One away will bring up Cole Kramer. We do have to remember, Shane Melrose is a PO traditionally. He's a pitcher that it's only batted once this season. So, not a great bat at the leadoff spot, but that's not what his role is on this team. First pitch to Kramer is a called strike. Finding a piece of the black, apparently. Merchants have not been happy with the strike zone so far in this game, but must persevere. Ramstead, a modest secondary leadoff, and a great pitch there by Anthony Brady fools Cole Kramer. It's 0-2. Justice on deck. Tying run at first base. The 0-2 is a ground ball to the hole at the right side, but the play is made. Kellen Collar maxing his range out to his left, but he'll move the runner across. 2 away, and a man on second base will bring up Jordan Justice. Justice singled in the first. If he does that again here, it'll tie the game. Swim on deck. Brady and what we would all assume is his last inning of work, a called strike. A relief pitcher for the Studs all season, making his first start of the year. Be surprised to see the everyday closer for the Studs go more than 3. Ball in the dirt, and Ramstead thought about it. He possibly could have made it, but scurry back, stay in scoring position. Never make the third out at third. Justice on, or rather, Jackson Swim on deck. Justice in the batter's box. 1-1, 2 away, tying run at second base. 2-1 Studs in the third. This pitch inside. It's 2-1, or it's 2-1. Amir Seplobda heading out to the mound, or rather to the bullpen. The 2-1 check swing, called strike. Justice thought it was a bit high, but the call going the way of Anthony Brady. Brady, 1 run on 3 hits and 3 strikeouts, no free passes issued so far through 2 2/3. This pitch, inside and low. It'll fill the count at 3-2. And 2 away, you'll see Ramstead on the move. Another pivotal moment in this ballgame. Merchants can tie the game with a base knock. Here's the payoff pitch. It's on the way. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Josh Berry shakes his head. My goodness, a man stranded at second base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. 2-run Everett, or 2-run Seattle Studs. Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning, Michael Soklas will lead off. He homered back in inning number 2 to break the scoreless deadlock. Called strike by Jared Maxfield. Maxfield's 0-1, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. Maxfield got tagged for a run in the top of the 3rd inning. Couldn't get out of a bases loaded jam. A bit of a controversial call. The 0-2 on the way. It swung on and missed. 3 pitches and a strikeout for Jared Maxfield to lead off the top of the 4th inning. It'll bring up Kyle Bowe, 0 for 1.
Third baseman number 6, Kyle Bowe.
Maxfield looks in and delivers. First pitch to Bowe is a called strike. Maxfield in 3 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. They were both earned on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Excuse me, only 1 of those runs is earned. It's called strike. Maxfield settling into a groove here. 5 straight pitches to start this inning and an 0-2 count on Kyle Bowe. The 0-2 on the way, and it is a called strike 3. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts for Jared Maxfield to bring up Brady Hinkle. Hinkle 1 for 1. He hit a ground rule double down the left field line. He came around to score in the 3rd inning. Only run across the plate in that bases loaded jam, but it was enough to give the Studs the lead in the entering the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. It's just outside. Breaks up the immaculate inning bid for Jared Maxfield. The 1-0 is dribbled foul. One on the way. It's just outside again. Maxfield looking to dig deep here and get himself through this inning. 2-1 the count. This pitch is a called strike, and sure looks like a similar spot to ball 2. 2-2, 2 away. Here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball, but Jackson Swim should have room. He does. He comes in to make the play in right field, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Studs. We have the bottom of the 4th, 2-1 Seattle. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Jackson Swim leads things off for your Merchants. 2-1 the score. Seattle Studs over your Everett Merchants. And Anthony Brady back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. And this first pitch he sees is a base hit into the right center field gap. Swim is going to dig for second, think better of it, and retreats, as that's a smart move. It would have been a real tight play at second base. Seattle Studs leading this game. A win here would extend their lead in the PIL. It's currently a half a game over your Everett Merchants and 1.5 over the Redmond Dudes. Just dropped a poll in the live chat of this baseball game. Who do you think will win the Pacific International League? Feel free to drop your answers down below. It's a poll, so click the option you think is going to happen at the end of the season as we enter the last week, or the second to last week of the PIL season. Brody Ponte shows bunt. It's down low for ball 1. Ponte doubled and scored back in inning number 2. The only run on the board for your Merchants so far. Bryce Lindbergh warming up for your Merchants. Likely see Maxfield for another inning or two, though. From the stretch, runner goes. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Tough play, the throw across, and it is just in time. And boy, I'm not so sure, but it'll advance the runner. Ground ball, no stolen bag. Max Nealon climbs up 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. Jackson Swim on at second base. His speed broke up the double play. Only out was at first base. Foul ball straight down and back into the netting, or the paddings rather, for Nealon. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Max Nealon. 0-2 on Nealon. Jackson swim on. Is this a called ball? Wow, that was also looks like a strike. Zone bit inconsistent tonight, to say the least. Van Rinsum on deck. Tying run on second base once again for your Merchants. Let's see if they can cash in. Here's the 1-2. Nealon waves and misses at a breaking ball for a strikeout. Out number 2 will bring up Aiden Van Rinsum, who sacrificed a runner in inning number 2. Van Rinsum committing an error at third base, but has played quite well defensively this season. First pitch missing inside and low for ball 1. Long hold. The 0-1 on the way. It's a foul ball, evening the count at 1-1. Austin Nolan on deck with 2 away and a runner on at second base. 1-1 the count. Anthony Brady in his second longest outing of the season. He went 5 against the Highline Bears. This is a line drive right to the shortstop. Bad break for Van Rinsum. He's had a couple of those this season, and that is out number 3. Swim stranded at second base. It's 2-1 Seattle. Apologies for the audio difficulties. A Kellen Carr solo home run to left field extends the advantage to 3-1. Landon Riker climbs in 0 for 2 tonight. He reached on an error, but was stranded. Strash on deck. He's reached on a walk. 1-0 the counts. Worst scoreline of the season for Maxfield. See if he can dial in and get through the 5th. Called strike at the top of the zone. Evens the count at 1-1. One and one. Maxfield delivers. Called strike on the outside corner. Merchants will look to claw this back in the bottom half of the inning, but first things first, Maxfield's got to get an out. This ball is a single into left field. First two men reach. And Kyle Strauch climbs up, a strikeout and a walk on his stat line, and a lefty bat with a man on first base is going to have a big hole on that left side, well, on that right side, excuse me. Kramer entering a slight shift towards the right side, and Seattle likes to bunt in these situations. Melrose at first base, or playing first. This is called strike, 0-1. So not the greatest glove necessarily at first base. Although who knows? Melrose hasn't played first for the Merchants this season, so he could be a gold glove first baseman for all we know. The 0-1 pitch on the way. It's a ground ball to Kramer. Oh, what a diving play, and a throw over to first in time for the out. It'll advance the runner, but a dazzling play at second base will bring up Chase Anderson, a runner on second base with one away. 67 pitches for Jared Maxfield. Is a little bit of work going on in the Merchants bullpen now. Soila working the bands, and a pitcher with his coats on still. Looks like that might be Caden Rutger throwing some soft pitches in the pen. That pitch missing low, 1-0 to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 2. Fly out to right field, and a strikeout. 1-0, one away. Runner on at second base. That's a called strike. Evening the count at 1-1. Maxfield laboring. See how much further Harold Pyatt and Josh Berry let him go. This pitch is a called strike. Maxfield still throwing some good pitches from time to time. Just got to string enough together to get out of the jam. He's pitched himself into a couple tight spots so far in this game, and the damage really could be worse than it already is. But some good pitching has gotten him out of it. 1-2, wind clocking towards center field and softening slightly. Here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball over Max Nealon's glove. There to cut it off is Jordan Justice. He's going to get the stop sign. So runners on the corners. A great throw by Jordan Justice, and a bit of hesitation there by the Studs runner as that ball was hit right towards him. A single into center field. It'll bring up Thomas Wheeler.
The cleanup man steps to the plate, the right fielder, number 27, Wheeler.
Wheeler picked up an RBI back in inning number 3 on the bases loaded walk. Controversial 3-1 ball call. One away, runners on the corners. Throw to first, nearly gets him. A good move by Maxfield. Jake Soila warming up, along with Caden Rutger for your Merchants. First pitch is a well-hit ball. Kramer's got it, shoveled to Nealon, over to first, and it is not in time. It'll turn into a fielder's choice, and a run's going to score. Boy, oh boy, was that close. 4-6, the fielder's choice, and an RBI. For Thomas Wheeler, it's 4-1. Scavato up 0 for 2. Runner on first base. It's a called strike. No one agreeing with the umpires tonight. So I think the only thing saving these coaches from ejections is that both sides are arguing equally. The 0-1. Runner goes. This pitch is upstairs. Throw down. Not in time. Stolen base. Evens the count at 1-1 and a stolen bag for Thomas Wheeler. Merchants really need an out here. to end the threat. It's 4-1. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Maxfield could end on a high note here with a strikeout. Turn it over to Caden Rucker or Jake Soila in the next inning. Long look in. Maxfield gets the sign he likes from Owen. Runner at second. 4-1 score, 2 away. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's down the line. It's going to get out of play and get foul. 1 and 2 will do it again. Stiff breeze out towards right field. It's been a bit swirly, but settling in now, blowing out towards right. Here's the 1-2. It's in the dirt. Good stop by Oland. He's had a couple of really good stops behind the plate. This is one the Merchants really need to get. Merchants would really love to win this ball game. They're ace on the mound and a chance to clinch the season series. But some work to do. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs. It'll fill the count at 3-2. Michael Sokolas on deck, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Runner will be on the move with 2 away, and another pressure moment for Jared Maxfield. From the stretch. Here's the pitch. It is upstairs, ball 4. Scavato reaching. Michael Sokolas, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a solo home run in the second inning. Runners on first and second with 2 away. Van Ransom towards the infield grass. Ball outside. And we're going to have a mound visit. Owens heading out to the mound. We'll take a quick break. 4-1 your score. Welcome back. 1-0 on Sokolas. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Late strike call there. Evens the count at 1-1. Maxfield looks in with 2 away. Here's the 1-1. It's a swing and a miss. Maxfield once again a strike away from getting out of the inning. Let's see if he can capitalize here. 6 strikeouts on the evening, and the 7th would end the game on would end his outing on a bit of a high note. One and two away. Maxfield looking to get out of the inning. Here's the 1-2, and it's a swing and a miss. Maxfield able to get out of the inning, but 2 more studs runners cross home plate. It's 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. My mic's mute button appears to be getting a little bit sticky again, so I'll be muting a different way from now on. 3-0 the count to Owens. The pitch on the way. Brady missing inside. A 4-pitch walk by Anthony Brady, his first free pass of the afternoon. Brady would match his longest outing of the season for him if he would complete inning number 5. Ramstead climbs in. He's 1 for 1 with a single in inning number 3. Brady's longest outing of the season was against the Seattle Studs. Was against the Northwest Honkers. He plays for the Seattle Studs. First pitch to Ramstead's a swing and a miss. Brady's in that outing against the Honkers, it was a 17-1 victory. He allowed 1 run. Here's the pitch. It's inside. One. Runner goes. The ball down low. Throw is not in time. A great slide by Austin Noland to get around the tag. 2-1 the count for Jackson Ramstead with a runner on second base. Looking to get just a little bit closer in this ball game and give this team a chance. Brady, as I mentioned earlier, he's not allowed to run this season. That was slightly inaccurate. Anthony Brady had not allowed a run in league play so far this season. So the first run in this PIL line coming in this ball game. A called strike somehow. Is Ramstead not agreeing with that call? Evens the count at 2-2. Merchants only a run on 4 hits and an error. Studs 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. Melrose is on deck. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And the first out is recorded. Shane Melrose, the lefty bat, will climb in. 0 for 2 on the year. He struck out in the 3rd inning, his first inning of work. Melrose replacing the injured Ethan Doshi, dealing with some hamstring tightness. Suffered that injury on the base paths. Was thrown out advancing. Called strike here on Shane Melrose. Oh, 1 to Shane. It's inside. 1-1. Melrose is a pitcher, was not recruited to this Merchant team for his offensive prowess, but very limited work, so we'll see if he can find some magic in that bat. 1-1, well inside. It's Brady maybe starting to reach his pitch cap here. Looking for a couple of quick outs to finish this inning and turn it over to his bullpen. Runner on second, 1 away. The 2-1 is fouled away. As Melrose makes contact and his bullpen mates love it. One away, 2-2, bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants trail by 3. This pitch outside, filling the count at 3-2. Pressure pitch coming from Anthony Brady. You don't want to walk Melrose here with Kramer, Justice, and Swim coming up. The payoff pitch is a little chopper, just fair. The catcher throws over in time, but the runner advances. A productive out for Shane Melrose. It'll bring up Cole Kramer with 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, 7, Cole Kramer.
Good work for Shane Melrose. It's an out, but it moves the runner across to 3rd base, and Kramer a chance to drive him in with a base hit anywhere. Anthony Brady in 4 2/3 innings has given up 1 run. It was earned on 4 base hits and 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. 69 pitches for Anthony Brady, 43 for strikes. Normal depth on the infield for Kramer. Pitch on the way. It's a ground ball chopper to second base. Going to be a tough play, and Kramer beats it out for the base hit. An infield single scores a run. The Merchants get one back. Not a great throw by Kellen Carr. He was falling away. A little 3-hopper to first wasn't in time. It'll bring up Jordan Justice. Justice, left fielder turned center fielder after the Doshi injury. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Justice waves at a breaking ball, 0-1. Jackson Swim on deck. He's also 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Kramer gets a lead. That ball missing just inside. Good take there by Kramer, or by Justice rather, and a bit of a brave one with the inconsistencies of tonight's zone. One on the way, and that one's in there. Breaking ball getting into the zone there on that inside pitch. Really nice breaking ball from Anthony Brady. 1-2 away. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to third. The throw across the diamond is nearly off the bag, but in time for the out. Merchants strand a runner. We head to the top of the 6th inning. 4-2 studs. First pitch by Maxfield's a called strike on Kyle Bowe. Kyle Bowe over 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And Maxfield still on the mound for your Merchants. 84 pitches, 85 now, and this is the 86th. It's a foul tip into the glove. 0-2. Likely a quick hook here for Jared Maxfield, with Soila and Rutger warming up. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. One and two, nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom or the top of the 6th inning. It's a foul ball towards the Merchants dugout. It'll leave the count, or it'll keep the count at 1-2. The 1-2 is a well-hit ball. Nealon's got it on the 1 hop. The throw over to Melrose in plenty of time for out number 1. Still looking super comfortable over at first base, but Melrose has played a pretty good defensive glove over there at first. No noticeable misplays or errors or anything other than a solid first baseman glove over there. Brady Hinkle, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He had a ground rule double in the Merchants bullpen and scored a run in inning number 3. First pitch to Hinkle is a swing and a miss. This will be Maxfield's last inning of work, barring some extraordinary good luck and convincing Harold Pyatt he deserves another inning. The 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Maxfield has pitched better than his stat line would suggest, in my opinion. He's pitched very well, but with his pitch count rising, this is likely it for him. 90 pitches, this is the 91st on the way. The 0-2 is a well-hit ball. Jordan Justice on the way over, and he makes the play in left center field for out number 2. Kellen Carr up. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run and is the 9-hole hitter. Drake Soila still throwing some pitches. Rutger off the bullpen and is throwing his coat back on. One of them will almost certainly enter the game in the 7th, or here in the 6th should Maxfield run into some trouble. First pitch just outside to Carr. Mariners with the evening off, but some finals to report. First pitch, or rather, a 1-1 is a called strike. That one looked a bit inside, but it was called a strike. Chicago White Sox in game 1 of a doubleheader, taking care of the Minnesota Twins 5-3 in 7 innings. Twins getting revenge, however, in game 2, 3-2 in 8 innings in that contest. 2-1 now the count. Orioles over Rays 6-1 in Tampa. Cardinals defending their home turf 8-3 as that ball missing upstairs. 8-3 over division rival Chicago Cubs in a big game in the Central. But the Cubs deciding to sell. That series might be of less importance. This is a ground ball. Kramer ranging. Long throw over, and it's not quite in time. It's going to be a base hit to second base. And a 2-out base runner on. Landon Riker will climb up. Detroit Tigers crushing the Texas Rangers up in Michigan. 14-0 the score there. Big win for the Red Sox as well in Toronto, 13-4. Or excuse me, Eastern New York, because they're not across the border yet. 18-1 in our nation's capital. Nationals over the Miami Marlins. And those are your final scores in the Major League. First pitch is a called strike on Riker as Kellen Carr thought about taking off there, but lost his traction on the infield turf and was lucky to get back to the bag before a back pick was thrown. Maxfield looking to get out of this inning. It's a well-hit ball into the right center field gap, looking up, and it's off the wall. Justice plays it on a hop. The throw-in is cut off by Kramer. Runners on second and third, but a good throw by Jordan Justice saves a run. As Josh Berry's starting to walk a little bit further from the Merchants dugout. No move to the pin, but a couple arms look like they're ready, just in case. Strash 0 for 2 with a walk. He was stranded. Big spot for Jared Maxfield. And big trouble if another run scores here. Missing just outside, says the home plate umpire. 1-0. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Studs. 2 runs on 5 hits and an error for your Everett Merchants. Biggest at-bat of the game. It's a ground ball. Kramer has got it. Long throw, and he makes the play, and Jared Maxfield escapes in what is likely his last inning of work. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 Seattle. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Jackson Swim will lead off against Anthony Brady. 4-2 Seattle. Swim, Ponte, and Nealon up, so a pretty solid part of the lineup for the Merchants. 4-5-6. Here's the first pitch. It's a called strike. Brady has already thrown a pitch in the 6th inning for the first time this season. Missing inside, leaving the count at 1-1. Drake Soil is still getting warm. He's likely entering in inning number 7. This is a high chopper to third. Could be trouble. Misplayed, and Jackson Swim gets there safely. Jackson Swim reaches on an error to third. It was would have been a tough play, but should have been made by Kyle Bowe. So a runner on, nobody out for Brody Ponte.
Because he makes a lot of those guys. That's what I'm calling it an error.
Brady up. A new final to report in Major League Baseball. Cleveland Indians falling to the Houston Astros 4-3 in Houston. This pitch is a little flare shot into shallow right field, and the play is made. Jackson Swims scurrying back to first base. There's one away for Max Nealon. Nealon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Couple of games in progress of note to Mariners fans. LA Angels and Oakland Athletics deadlocked at 0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. A pitcher's duel in that contest. First pitch called strike of the knees to Max Nealon. Shohei Ohtani going 6 innings, allowing only 3 hits and 8 strikeouts. So Ohtani continuing his all-star start. And Tyler Irvin, 7 complete. 6 hits and 3 strikeouts. A swing and a miss for Max Nealon. 0-2 on Max. Giants over Dodgers 3-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Giants having a magical season in San Francisco, looking to keep that going in the second half. The 0-2 fouled off. We'll do it again. Pirates trail the Diamondbacks in Arizona 4-0 in the top of the 6th inning. And an offensive slugfest in Ohio. Cincinnati Reds currently trail the New York Mets 11-10 in the top of the 11th inning. Great contest out there. A ball missing inside. 1-2 the count on Max Nealon. Amir Sepp-Lobda is now joining the party in the bullpen, warming up as well. Maxfield's night should be complete. Nealon fouls it off. Good battle here. Van Rinsum on deck. 0 for 1 with an RBI on a sacrifice. Thank you all again for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We'll be back in action tomorrow night at 7:05 against the Redmond Dudes. 1-2 to Nealon is inside. Good take by Max. It's 2-2. Anthony Brady pitching into his 6th inning of work for the first time this season. The 2-2 is a ground ball to third, backing up on it. The throw over to second base in time. It'll be a fielder's choice. Retires Jackson Swim at second base. As Max Nealon reaches. Studs arguing, hopefully, actually I believe that was a fan that was arguing that was a malicious slide by Jackson Swim. It was nothing of the sort. As Aiden Van Rinsum climbs up 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly RBI in inning number 2. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a called ball inside. 1-0. Mariners with the night off tonight. Fresh off a 2-1 series win over the LA Angels to start the second half. Back pick to first base, and he got him! What a play, and the Merchants are retired in order. We head to the top of the 7th, 4-2 Seattle. Welcome back. Chase Anderson climbing in to face new Merchant pitcher Jake Soila. Soila's first pitch is a ground ball foul and out of play. Anderson 1 for 3 tonight with a single. He was stranded. Soila on the season, 11 outings, 1 start, 21 2/3 innings pitched. Saw 11 runs, 9 of them earned for a 3.73 ERA, missing 1-1 the count. Soila, 13 strikeouts to 0 walks and 21 base hits. This pitch outside 2-1. Amir Seplobda warming up for the Merchants. Maxfield currently in line for the loss. Brady in line for the win, should the Merchants not mount a comeback. Everett has 3 more opportunities, 9 more outs. Looking to get back into this game, but first things first, a well-hit ball into right field. Ponce on the run in left field. Out of his natural position, but making the play in left for out number 1. It'll bring up Thomas Wheeler, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. What a play by Brody Ponce in left field. The everyday first baseman for the Merchants showing some outfield defense. First pitch to Wheeler is a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Steve Koenig now joining the Everett Merchants dugout. This pitch upstairs, 1-1. It's always a good day when Steve Koenig joins the club. The 2-1 is fouled off. Or excuse me, the 1-1 is fouled off. It's 1-2 now. Scavato on deck. This is a weak ground ball. It gets out of play. We'll do it again. Soup warming up. Soila in relief of Jared Maxfield. His night is over. 6 innings pitched. 7 hits. He allowed 4 runs. 3 of them were earned on 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. So weak ground ball to Kramer. The quick toss over to Melrose in time for out number 2. Maxfield having his roughest outing of the season, but still pitched well despite the 4 runs allowed. A couple of tough calls going against him, as every pitcher in this game has had to deal with, and just some bad luck made that scoreline look a lot worse. That ball fouled off the foot of Scavoto, and umpire's going to give him a minute to walk that one off. Cyclists on deck. Oh, one away, or 2 away rather. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Merchants trail 4-2 against PIL leading Seattle Studs. Here's the 0-1. It's inside. 1-1. Soila working quickly, the winds, and the 1-1 pitch outside. Still Austin Olin behind the dish. Appears that's Teddy Bishop catching the bullpen tonight. Could be wrong about that, but I believe that's his face out there. The 2-1 on the way. Called. Strike, evens the count. Soila yet to walk a batter this season. Looking to keep that alive here. Sokolis on deck should he be needed. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. This ball is lifted into right field. Swim charging, long run. He makes the play in shallow right field, and that will retire the side. Studs go in order. Jake Soila shuts things down. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Welcome back, bottom of the 7th inning. Aiden Van Rinsum climbs up. He was up to bat when inning number 6 ended on the pickoff to first base. Here's the pitch. First pitch by Brady is a called strike. Van Rinsum was 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. This will be his 3rd at-bat of the evening. Oland on deck, followed by Jackson Ramstead, 7, 8, and 9. Time for a rally. Base or ground ball to shortstop. The throw over is in time for out number 1. Oland coming up next. Anthony Brady pitching into the 7th inning. His previous long was 5, and reminder, folks, this is his first start of the season. He's given up 2 runs in 6 1/3. Just pitch to Owens called strike. What was that, strike? 0-1 on Austin Oland. Next pitch on the way, check swing ball. I'd like to give a Merchants shout out to Don Anderson. Don Anderson, watching at home. I'd like to thank you for watching this broadcast, and It's a hello from the Merchants broadcasting booth. 1-1, one away. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Owens looking to get aboard to start this rally. 4-2 the score. Swing and a miss. Ramstead on deck. Followed by the top of the order. The 1-2 on the way. Well hit ball to left. This ball is dying quickly, but the play made in left field. Scavato on the slide makes the play. It'll bring up Jackson Ramstead. Two away for the Everett Merchants in the bottom of the 7th inning. They trail 4-2, and Ramstead looking to keep the line moving here. Top of the order up next in Shane Melrose, Cole Kramer, and Jordan Justice. But first things first, DH Jackson Ramstead needs to get aboard. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single. First pitch is a ball. It's missing somewhere. Looks like a strike to me. Zone's gone both ways this evening. The 1-0 is fouled off. Evening the count at 1-1. Checking in on a couple scores in Major League Baseball. The Mets lead the Reds 15-11 in the bottom of the 11th, but 2 on with only one away. Cincinnati still alive in that game. This is a chopper over the head of the pitcher. He stumbles leaving the box, and Ramstead's going to be thrown out. A clean exit for Ramstead, and he may have beat it out, but instead the Merchants go in order. We head to the top of the 8th inning, 4-2 Seattle. Michael Sakalas leading off, 1 for 3, pair of strikeouts and a home run. He'll face Soila and wave at a breaking ball. 4-2, Studs lead, scored a run in the 2nd, 3rd, and 2 in the top of the 5th. Merchants, a run in the 2nd and the 5th. That ball missing low. It'll even the count at 1-1. Oakland's jumping out ahead of the LA Angels, 3-0. That game in the top of the 8th inning. A swing and a miss on some high heats there from Jake Soila. Giants still on top 3-2. Diamondbacks still on top 4-0. No other score changes. As that's a swing and a miss for strike 3, the first strikeout of the evening for Jake Soila. It'll bring up Kyle Bowe.
Third baseman, number 6, Kyle Bowe.
Bowe 0 for 3 tonight with a pair of Ks. Soila looking to keep things moving, stay efficient here. Merchants with 2 more innings to get 2 runs should they keep the Studs off the board for the remainder of the ballgame. Pitch missing away, 1-0. Soila quickly delivers the 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball, long run for Nealon. He's got it on the infield grass, long throw, or the rather a tough throw. The out is recorded. It'll bring up Brady Hinkle. Pair of flyouts and a ground rule double. He scored a run in inning number 3. Nealon once again showing his defensive prowess at shortstop. This Merchants team has been very solid on the defensive end all year. This pitch, a called strike. Seems to be when the Merchants make an error, it's a routine play. The difficult plays are made by this team more often than not. A swing and a miss for strike 2, and Soila a strike away from getting out of the inning. Top of the order coming up for your Merchants. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed, but the ball gets through. He loses it. And Brady Hinkle will reach on the strikeout.
Strikeout for the pitcher and a wild pitch?
Yeah, wild pitch. Puts Hinkle on at first base. That ball was in the dirt and got through Austin Owens. First ball to get by Oland all game. He's been a pretty solid wall behind the dish. This pitch missing away on Kellen Carr. Carr 2 for 3 tonight with a home run and a single. Soup warming up in the pen for the Merchants. The 1-0 is lined to Nealon, who makes the play. A great catch by Max Nealon. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-2 Seattle. Soila does the job. Welcome back. Riley Quinton will pinch hit for Shane Melrose in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2-3 due up for your Merchants. Quinton will be followed by Kramer and Jordan Justice. And a new pitcher for the Seattle Cheney Studs is Jared Skolnicki. Skolnicki on the season. 3 outings, 2 starts, 9 innings pitched. He's given up 5 runs, only 1 of them earned on 9 base hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts, 1-0 record, and a 1.00 ERA. First pitch to Quinton, missing outside. Riley Quinton in 14 games, 9 hits, 2 for extra bases, and a called strike evens the count at 1-1. 220 batting average on the year for Quinton, looking to get a rally started. And thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We'll be back in action on Tuesday, 7:05 first pitch against the Redmond Dudes. 2-1, nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1, misses 3-1.
Not Jared.
Melrose going back to the bullpen after a solid relief appearance at first base. And ball 4, that one was outside. And Quinton draws the leadoff walk. Will bring up Cole Kramer, second baseman, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. And a chance to put the Merchants right back into this ball game. He represents the tying run on this at home plate. Kramer yet to hit a home run this season. A home run would tie the game, but first things first, just a base hit would do. Called strike on Kramer, asking if that's the limit of the zone. The home plate umpire says yes. Oh, 1 on the way. It's a little line slicing drive, but it gets foul. 0-2. Nobody outs. Kramer looking to get aboard for justice. Here's the pitch. It's a little chopper to first, and it is a fair ball. Kramer's going to get run back to home and tag applied. So 3 unassisted ground out, but it'll move Quinton over to second.
Left fielder, he wears number 6,
Jordan Justice climbs in, singled in inning number 1, was stranded. But a great offensive weapon here for the Merchants. Powerful bat and a chance to get a run closer with a base hit. This pitch in the dirt. Good block by Brady Hinkle behind the plate. Swim on deck. If needed, he'll be followed by Brody Ponte. Time called by Justice, as that was an awful long hold by Jared Skolnicki. Justice climbs back in from the stretch. Skolnicki delivers. The 1-0 pitch. It's upstairs. 2-0. Another key moment in this ball game. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. Fools Jordan Justice. Justice, 330 bat on the season. 18 RBIs. Third on the team. This pitch is lifted. Popped up. It'll get out of play. Evening the count at 2-2. Justice looking to drive Quinton home. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A massive out number 2 will bring up Jackson Swim. Swim 1 for 3 tonight with a single. He also reached on an error. But a great batter up for your Merchants, and that ball missing just a little bit high. 1-0. Swim, 402 batting average, slugging 747, and getting on base rate of 514. Here's the 1-0. It misses inside. 2-0. Key moment for the Merchants. Really got to get something going here if you want to get back into this game. 4-2 your score. Runner on at second base is Quinton, the pinch hitter. Moved to second, but no one covering. Well hit ball to center field, but under it. And making the play is Landon Riker, route number 3. Merchants strand a runner. We head to the top of the 9th inning, 4-2 Seattle. Welcome back. Leadoff man up to the plate for the Seattle Cheney Studs in the top of the 9th inning. 4-2 Seattle as Soila faces Landon Riker. First pitch inside and low. Good stop by Oland for ball 1. Riker 2 for 4 with a single and a double. He scored. He also reached on an error. Pitch on the way. It's a foul tip. Evens the count at 1-1. New final to report. New York Mets defeating the Cincinnati Reds in a track meet 15-11 in 11 innings. Soila winds and the 1-1 on the way. It's lifted into the right center field gap, but Jackson swim there in time for the play. That's out number 1. Kyle Strash will climb in. 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Amir Seplobda warming up for potential extra innings. It's a lacing foul ball down the first base or the third baseline. Giants still on top of the LA Dodgers 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Oakland holding on to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of inning number 8. It's a ground ball, gets into right field. Bit of a miscommunication at first perhaps, and a base runner for Seattle. Chase Anderson will climb up. He's 1 for 4. And we're going to get a pitching change. We'll take a quick break. Amir Seplobda will enter the game for the Everett Merchants. We will return with 1 away and a man on first. Welcome back. Amir Seplobda enters the game for the Everett Merchants. Soup, the Merchants' leverage inning guy. 10 appearances, 1 start, 16 innings pitched, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2.25 ERA, only walked 5 batters and struck out 13. 1 save on the year, no record. Chase Anderson, 1 for 4, will face Soup. Here's the pitch. First on the way is low and outside. Four to 2, Seattle over Everett. In the top of the 9th inning, the Merchants got to hold things here if they want a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Soup delivers. The 1-0 is a ground ball up the left side and into left field. Ponte will cut it off. A base hit in the left puts runners on first and second for Thomas Wheeler. Wheeler 0 for 3 with a pair of RBIs.
Right fielder, Wheeler.
Soup working from the stretch. trying to lock this game down and give his offense one last crack at it as this pitch misses low and away, 1-0. Evan Scavato on deck as a quick mound visit, probably to get some signs sorted out for Austin Oland and Amir. Getting everything straightened out. Amir, former pro, spent several years in the American and Mexican high minor leagues before joining this Merchants Ball Club as one of their better arms. Runners on first and second. Kyle Strash on at second, Chase Anderson on first. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Good breaking ball. Just in there. Long look by Soup. Checks the runner. Long hold. The 1-1 on the way, and it's off the fists. It'll get foul. One and two the count. Time called. Soup's delivering anyways. Really late time call. He's going to be a little annoyed by that, I think. I don't blame him. That was quite late. Soup trying to slow this game down a bit. The 1-2 pitch on the way. It's a check swing ball. Able to hold his swing was Thomas Wheeler. It'll even the count at 2-2. Bullpen quiet for Everett. This is Soup's inning. He's responsible for the runner on first. Jake Soila exited the game in with one out in the ninth. Is responsible for the man on second. No action in either pen. Stud's also quiet. Soup steps off. And we'll reset. We mentioned the pace of play in the broadcast booth between innings, and I think the baseball gods are frowning upon us for that as this game has come to a screeching halt in the top of the ninth. The 2-2, Soup's pitch low. Good stop by Owens, but the count will fill with one away. Big pitch here for Sepulveda. Evan Scavato on deck. 0 for 3 with a walk, should he be needed. Merchants looking for a ground ball double play. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing. Called strike 3. Great pitch by Soup, finding the inside corner. And a mighty big out number 2, and out anywhere ends the inning. Evan Scavato, the left fielder for the Seattle Studs, will dig in. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a walk. He was stranded in inning number 5. Soup comes home. The pitch is away. Mir with a fastball that touches the low 90s. Pace that often isn't seen in the PIL, so a good change of pace arm out of the pen. He's been excellent this season. ERA in the 2s. 1-0 outside, 2-0. So after a long battle with Thomas Wheeler, Soup's behind 2-0 early on Scavato. 2-0, 2 away, 2 on. Top of the ninth inning. Merchants trail 4-2 to Seattle. Looking to turn over to their offense with a good chance in the bottom of the ninth. That pitch missing outside, 3-0, and Soup way off, way behind. Mir gets the sign and delivers. The 3-0 pitch is away and low. 4-pitch walk will load the bases for the Seattle Studs and bring up Michael Sokolas. Sokolas, a home run in inning number 2, followed by 3 swinging strikeouts and time call. Josh Berry will go out to the mound for a conference, no pitching change, just a talk with his pitching coach. We'll take a quick break. 2 away in the top of the 9th. Josh Berry signaling to get moving for Caden Cornett. He's going to throw a couple pitches just in case he's needed. Be a bad situation for the Merchants if he comes into this inning. Soup will deliver to Michael Sokolas with the bases loaded and a called strike number 1. A great pitch on the outside corner. Massive, massive spot for the former pro. As he looks to give his offense one last chance to get back into this ballgame. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, 0-2. Sokolas looking to avoid his 4th strikeout of the evening. Soup looking to get his 2nd. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a well-hit ball to right center field. Looking up, Swim is going to watch it leave the ballpark. It's a grand slam to right center field, and this game has been blown wide open. It's 8-2 Seattle. Welcome back. Sokolas now 2 home runs and 3 strikeouts in this contest as Amir Seplobda gives up a grand slam to blow the game wide open. Kyle Bowe take a called strike. Bowe 0 for 4 tonight. Merchants now trail by 6 runs, and a furious rally will be needed in the bottom half of the inning if they want any chance at, well, it'll have to happen one way or the other if they want to win this ball game. Nealon will throw across in time, and that will retire the side. But the Studs pick up 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Merchants need 6 to tie, 7 to win as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Ponte will lead things off. Welcome back. Brody Ponte leads things off for your Merchants here in the bottom of inning number 9. Jared Skolnicki looking to close this game out. This pitch and inning scoreless so far. Ponte fouls that ball off.
I think it's a save. So people were out that he came in, but it was not. I think it is a save.
The 0-1 on the way. Ponte waves and misses 0-2. And a swing and a miss on the ground. The throw over in time for the out. Strikeout out is Brody Ponte. Max Nealon climbs in with one away. He's 0 for 3 tonight, reaching on a fielder's choice. On the way to Nealon is upstairs for a ball. Nealon looking to get a rally going, and he'll swing through the 1-0 pitch. 1-1 the count now. The Merchants would fall a game and a half behind Seattle in the standings. Should they drop this contest, with only one remaining, they'd need Seattle to drop another game for a chance to clinch in Tacoma on the last game of the season. 1-2, here's the pitch. It's a well-hit ball into center field for a base hit. Nealon gets a rally going for your Merchants. It'll bring up Aiden Van Rinsum. 0 for 2 with a walk and 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Van Rinsum looking to keep the line going. He'll be followed by Austin Owens, barring a pinch hitter, and Jackson Ramstead. First pitch to Van Rinsum. It's a little pop up to second for out number 2. Two outs. Last chance is Austin Owens with a runner on at first base in Brody Ponte. Van Rinsum on deck should he be needed, but the Merchants needed a lot of base runners in a row here to keep this game going. First pitch is a well-hit ball, base hit into left field. Nealon's going to stop at second base. So Owens getting the job done and getting aboard. It'll bring up Jackson Ramstead. Merchants just looking to keep the line going, get a little bit of luck, and get back into this ball game. 6 runs is a big hill to climb, but this Merchants team could do it, and they're going to turn it back over to their leadoff man in Riley Quinton here if Ramstead can get aboard. So the sledding gets a lot tougher for Skolnicki. If he doesn't retire Jackson Ramstead, this ball fouled off into the stands. From the stretch, Skolnicki checks the runners and comes home. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1. Great take from Ramstead. This would be quite the comeback for the Merchants, but not quite there yet. This ball fouled away. 1-2, and the Merchants are down to their final strike. Do or die time now for Jackson Ramstead and the Everett Merchants. Skolnicki comes set, looking to end the game and get the Studs the win. The pitch on the way, it's a soft fly ball right to the shortstop, and that will retire the side. Your Merchants fall to the Seattle Studs by a final score of 8-2. Winning pitcher is Anthony Brady. He pitched 7 innings, 5 hits. He gave up 2 runs that one of them earned, or both earned rather, on 1 walk and 6 hits. Maxfield taking the loss, 6 innings pitched. He gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Soila and Seplobda made appearances, and Skolnicki closed the game out for the Seattle Studs. Merchants fall a game and a half behind Seattle in the PIL standings. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon for a 7:05 first pitch against the Redmond Dudes. Merchants look to keep pace with the Studs and hope they drop a game before the season finale on January 31st. Thank you for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. I'm Sean O'Connor, the voice of the Everett Merchants, and until tomorrow, have a good night, everybody.